eats from the streets. We're digging into what it looks like to grow food sustainably right here in the city.
The name Closed Loop, like, it really gets kind of to the core of the impetus for me starting the farm. Look at our food system and like our consumption and kind of think about really a whole system approach from the beginning to the end. How do we repurpose kind of like the end materials into the beginning of a new cycle? We have an indoor farm and we have our outdoor farm. On the indoor farm, we grow lots and lots of microgreens. After we cut the microgreens, we're left with soil, stems, roots, and all of that gets composted. The microgreen farm can sort of become the solution or the input to the outdoor farm. Basically, we take something that would be a waste product and it becomes the raw material in the other part of the farm, and they really complement each other that way. So the microgreens are like one of the quickest growing crops that you could possibly produce. All that a microgreen actually is just a seedling. Basically seeding a tray with like thousands of different plants and then cutting it at seedling age. The first set of leaves that starts is what's called the cotyledon or the seedling leaves. So that's something more like this. Like you can see this one right here, doesn't really, you might not recognize that as cilantro. It's just kind of like indescript seedling leaf. And yeah, so by Monday, that's going to be a really nice, the whole tray will be full of these little true leaf moments, kind of like cooking something and you want to cook it to the right doneness. It's kind of the same thing with growing. You're trying to capture something at its peak of flavor. Super nutritious, the broccoli. This one's really popular with our home customers because there's a lot of antioxidants in it. Radish microgreens, because they're like a very important microgreen to me, because it was one that when I started the farm, actually in my apartment in Logan Square like 10 years ago, that was one of the first varieties that I grew successfully. It takes 3 days to germinate.
Okay.
Today's the 4th day, so it's been under light just one single day.
And
And by Monday, it'll be ready to harvest. So outdoor farm, we're primarily doing flowers, whereas like a flower is like basically the last part of the plant's growth cycle before it goes to seed. You can like harvest the flowers, and then the flowers come back for multiple flushes. Radicchio is definitely something that I really have loved growing these last few years. Gem lettuce, we got cilantro here. Cilantro is looking really nice. We actually primarily grow our cilantro for the cilantro flowers because those have the flavor of cilantro, but they're very delicate, they're beautiful. Chefs really love them. But that's the nice thing, like we're always kind of looking at different parts of the plant's life cycle that have different things to offer. So we do the leaves, we do the flowers, we even do the green coriander seed. There's another cool crop that we grow that I like to highlight. It's called hoja santa, also known as root beer plant, because the leaves have a really delicious kind of root beer flavor. The chefs of Mexican restaurants that we work with have requested for us. So chefs are like our main partners on the farm. They represent, the majority of our sales, which is really cool. It's really like a fun thing for me to get to work with all these incredible chefs. I just respect the work that they do, and just everyone in the restaurant industry, from the chefs to the servers to the cooks to the dishwashers. It's just a really awesome ecosystem of lots of people who are just working really hard to make a really beautiful product, who are super dedicated to their craft. We are directly delivering the day after it's harvested. There's no other middlemen. We're getting a really fresh product to chefs. We get feedback from chefs. We can harvest things based on their specifications. A lot of the time, all the cups that we grow are because chefs requested them. So being able to grow things that chefs are specifically looking for but are having a hard time finding the quality that they want, or finding it locally, like that's a really cool thing for us to kind of get to play that role. It's sweet though too.
I now want to take like a batch of this home.
Yeah, you can.
Wait a minute. This is so fresh.
Yeah. But then the punch of the garlic hits you.
It did.
Right? Yeah,
I had to take it back a little bit and kind of like breathe.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Actually, the littler ones are a little bit more tender too.
Check that out. I mean, it's fresh, it's juicy. I mean, it's pouring from there. Oh, we're making a bundle, y'all. Bundle. Bundle.
And bring my rubber
Garlic chives.
bands.
Garlic chives. This looking. Oh.
We are in a neighborhood that's been pretty historically underfunded. And so for me, it's really important in terms of equity, that the money that comes in is staying in the community here. And the best way to do that is by hiring locally. At first, I wanted to learn about farming to become a better chef, actually.
Got it.
Yeah, produce and like that would get me inspired as a cook. I'd always get excited. I always try to like Marty Spence. He would come by. He's a farmer who started a whole like network of farm deliveries in Illinois. That's called shoot. I hope I don't get it wrong. Down at the Field, I think. But he had his own farm, and he would come and do deliveries. And I always kind of try to catch him when he's making the deliveries, like ambush him and ask him different questions about the farm and what's in season and how things are going on the farm. So I always had that interest in plants. I always loved cooking vegetables. So actually, I got an internship working on this farm in North Carolina. This was like 12 years ago now or something. And I spent a whole summer on this farm, and it was just a really incredible experience. When you press me to your So we're at the plants. This is where our farm is located. We're actually just one of a couple dozen businesses in the building. So the building, and actually this whole neighborhood of the Back of the Yards neighborhood, it used to be like the stockyards for the whole country. Like this is where if you ate meat in the 1920s, it was coming from here in the south side of Chicago. If you read the book The Jungle, this is the neighborhood, and these are the plants that book is talking about.